It's a fucking fly that's flying around everywhere. It's driving me nuts. Cut the camera. Hey everybody, welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be up to date when I post new content and more. This is the Baddies Season 2, Episode 4 review. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. This episode, of course, picks off as it always does. It seems to be a recurring theme with these shows. The episode ends with a fight, and the next episode begins with a fight. So, Rollie continues to whop Annie Oakley in the head over and over again and pulls her wig off. And what does Rollie say? Y'all better shut the fuck up talking to the motherfucking queen. And I'm like, tell him, Rollie. Make them all bow down to the motherfucking queen, okay? I'm loving Rollie this season. At first, I was thinking she's gonna be a little bit of a pot stir, but she has been the most entertaining so far, in my opinion. Her confessionals, just her being her. I don't know. I like Rollie. I will give it to Anne, though. She did take that head beating, but she admitted it. You know, she admitted it. You started it. You got your ass beat. And you owned it, okay? She kinda owned it. I died though when Rollie said, go get my wig. I feel like I look like Luther. She said, go get my wig. I look like Luther Vandross. Oh my God, I loved it. So Anne is walking around talking to herself, talking to the cameras, because let's face it, she has nobody to talk to. Rollie's outside venting to Slim. She's venting to all the girls that are out there. I think Bree was out there. And Anne's just walking around talking to herself, like talking to the cameras. Nobody's really fucking with her in the house. And she says, why would you have an ops near your shit? Haven't y'all watched the Bad Girls Club? They fuck with your shit. Remember what I said in the last episode review? She's trying to replicate the Bad Girls Club. Anne has studied BGC and she's trying to create this caricature or persona and be this we'll get more into that later, okay? So this is what she would get out of that Bad Girls Club mindset. So Rollie is pissed. She's outside. She's talking to Slim about this fight that just happened. And she wants the room switch. I don't know if Rollie and Anne are rooming together. I'm not sure on the rooming situation, but she said switch that bitch's room out. And also, one thing I noticed, and maybe y'all can tell me in the comments, is Slim biracial? Is she mixed? Because Slim looks like she gives me swirly vibes, because I look at myself being biracial and I look at Slim and I see a lot of similarities. So I'm like, even with her hair being straight, her hair kind of looks like mine when I straighten it. Kind of frizzes a little bit, even though it's straight, you can still see a little poof to it. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is Slim, is she biracial? She better be, because let me tell you, I noticed in this episode she said the N word with the A at the end, but like me being mixed, I don't even say that word because I know I look white, and I feel the same for Slim. Like, I'm not saying she can't say that, because who am I to say that to her? But to a lot of people, she presents white. You know, if you're from afar, she looks like a white girl, just like me. Until you get up on us and squint, and you can tell, you know. So I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. So Slim and Rollie go at it a little bit. They start arguing because Slim tells Rollie, you know, I kind of understand where Anne was coming from. If I just fought somebody, I don't want them sitting in my room near my shit. And when she says that, Rollie is pissed. Rollie only heard, I understand where Anne is coming from. You know what I'm saying? She hears her friend taking someone else's side when she just fought this bitch. But at the same time, I kind of understand where Slim was coming from, because she was speaking her mind. Like, look, I see where she's coming from. Me personally, if I just fought you, I don't want you near my shit either. But the thing about this situation is Anne went about it the wrong way. Anne approaches everybody with this condescending, bully-like behavior, like I'm gonna tell you what the fuck to do. And that's where it went left, because how you, like, all you had to do was be like, yo, can y'all go somewhere else? Me and her just fought. I don't want her near my shit. Like, if that was the case. But instead, in traditional Anne fashion, she comes in being a bitch. So, I mean, you give bitch, you get bitch. Times 10 with Rollie, we see. But Rollie says, you know, you're my bitch. You're supposed to be riding for me. And I'm with, you know, I'm with Rollie on this one. Because at the same time, Slim, you are her friend. Regardless if you're with, if you agree with what Anne did, or you agree with what Anne said, you shouldn't agree with her actions and how she handled it. So you should have rode with your friend. So while Slim, and I already said that, I'm sorry, we're just talking about that. Yeah, that was about the way Anne went about it being wrong. You're not gonna come at me sideways, and you're not gonna try to check me. Does anybody else notice that little peach thing that Slim had on? It kind of looked like a yoga outfit or a gym outfit. She was serving straight Slim camel toe. I was so distracted because all I could see was like the entire time straight camel toe. Like, I got on shorts, they don't even match what I'm wearing, but like straight camel toe the entire fucking episode. That's all I could see. Okay, Rollie tells Jayla that Anne has been talking shit, and Jayla says, you know, I'm hurt to hear that Anne's talking shit, because I was gonna have her back in that fight with Rollie, because I saw that Slim looked like she was gonna jump in, and if Slim would have jumped in, I was gonna jump in after Slim. That's what Jayla said. She feels betrayed by Anne because Anne was talking shit. You and Anne are that good of friends, Jayla, that you were gonna jump in her fight? Why are you worried about what Rollie and Anne had going on? Why are you trying to jump into some shit like that? I can't stand the jumping shit. Even if Slim did look like she was about to, she didn't. Why are you trying to, like, I try to like Jayla, but I just, something about her I don't like. So Slim and Rollie hash out their argument and disagreement about Anne. They talk about it, which was good to see. You know, Slim tells Rollie, look, I understand why you were upset, but at the same time, I was just trying to tell you, I understand where this girl is coming from. Like, at the end of the day, you're still my ride or die. I've always got your back, but how can I be a friend if I can't tell you how I really feel, you know? So they hashed it out, they worked it out. I'm glad they did, because I really liked them too. I didn't want them to get in it and we have to have a 3-episode draw out of Slim and Rollie getting into it. So number 10 all the way to the end. I like them. So Jayla and Rock are talking to Anne, and Jayla says, Rollie says you were talking about me. So she goes to Anne, excuse me, and she confronts Anne on this whole talking shit. And Anne tells her, I said, you know, that you were messy boots. Excuse me. Now, I don't know if something else was said behind the scenes that we didn't see. Maybe it wasn't aired. But the only thing, in Anne's defense, and I'm not an Anne fan over here, but in Anne's defense, the only thing that we seen her talking shit about Jayla was when she called Jayla and Natalie messy boots. So she was honest with Jayla. She was up front. She said, look, this is what I said. Jayla and Anne, they end up going back and forth on whether or not it was messy for Jayla to bring back information. So when Anne called Jayla messy boots, they start talking about where that came from. Where did this messy boots come from? It came from the fact that Jayla and Natalie went back to Krayshawn and told Krayshawn the comment that Persuasion had made about her being dirty and filthy. Now, what happened when they went back and told her that? Persuasion got her ass washed in the dishes, right? So that's why Anne told Jayla she was messy, and Jayla's like, that's not messy. Rock was like, that's not messy. Now, I'm with Ann on this one. The shit was messy. It was messy because the way I look at it is, if somebody comes and tells me gossip in my real life, the first thing I do is, unless it's like a really, really close family member or a friend, and depending on what the content of the information is, I always think to myself, if I go tell this person this, or if I go tell anybody else this, is it going to benefit the situation, or is it going to cause harm? And if yes is the answer, I don't go repeat it. So the fact that Jayla and Rock are saying that wasn't messy, no, it was, because look at what it started. It created a fight. It was drama. It was mess. And I agree with Ann on that one. So things get heated, and Rock and Jayla, they start screaming at Ann at this point, because in traditional Ann fashion, she has that attitude as always. Like, she can't just hold a conversation just like this. She's always got to be like this. She's not gonna start like, what the fuck? Like, always just like, it's just too much. Like, if I was having a conversation with Ann, I would be on the defense too. Like, bitch, what? What? You know what I'm saying? So things get heated, and at this point, they start screaming at Ann and putting her in her place. But even though I agree the comment was messy, and like I said, is not capable of holding a conversation without that attitude. And it makes it hard to communicate with her. And I feel like that's why she has an issue with everybody in the house. But I also feel like there's a reason why she's doing this. There's a motive. I think she's intentionally trying to get into it with everybody in the house. And we'll get into that in a minute. So, Ann says it feels like the entire house is slowly turning against her. And this is what I was meaning when I just said, I feel like she's doing this on purpose. She wants everybody in the house to turn against her. Ann wants to be the villain of the season. Ann wants to be the Natalie Nunn of the season. She wants to be the Claremont twins and the Jayla of the season, where the whole house hates her. She's studied this show. She has studied Batgirls Club to a T and watched all the seasons. She applied for the show and never got on. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying, she seems like the type that would apply to the show and never got. Somebody said this in the last review in the comments. Somebody said she is just like Sydney Starr, and I could not agree more. And you are giving us Sydney Starr, thirsty, looking for a moment, needs some water so bad, just trying to do the most. It's giving Milan. You're giving Milan Christopher vibes, Sydney vibes. Tone it down, sis. So Ann also says that she made $3 million off OnlyFans. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe Ann. I believe Ann because a lot of people have made a lot of money off OnlyFans. Remember the Catch Me Outside girl? Like, she made millions off of that OnlyFans. The chick from Disney, Bella Thorne, made millions off the OnlyFans. However, why are you I don't know. This is just me. I'm not judging Ann, but if I made $500,000 off OnlyFans, I'm not worried about being on Baddies. I'm not worried about being on Baddies. Speaking of, can somebody find what these girls are making per episode? Because the last time I checked, Zeus wasn't paying that great. Now, that could have changed because I only know what they were making based off of the conversation when the Bad Girls did the conversation, when Natalie first started working with them, and each of those girls made $1,000 a piece. Now, that was just for 1 hour, a 1 hour thing. So what are they making now that they're doing multiple episodes? Are they making $1,000 an episode, which is still not good at all? But I want to know, because I feel like Ann doesn't need the money. I feel like she's doing it for clout. She said herself she's a professional clout chaser. I don't feel like this is a money thing for Ann. I feel like she's here for the fame, to try to get her name out there. Can't blame her, create a platform for yourself. Her OnlyFans, I'm sure, will jump after this as well. So she says, I'm a marketing genius, a clout chaser. Child. At least she's honest with herself. I don't think she's a marketing genius, but a clout chaser, she definitely is. So the producers come outside and meet with Natalie. Natalie walks up. She's been gone the entire episode and a half. That's another thing I don't understand. Somebody Rock was like, "Where's Natalie?" And somebody said she was in a meeting, and I'm like, "So Natalie, are we gonna play producer or are we gonna play talent? Because you're a main cast member. Why are you not in the house? Why are you not intertwined with what's going on with the girls? You're gone an entire episode, gone to a meeting." Anyway, Natalie comes back and she's got a new bad girl with her. Well, actually, the producers meet with Natalie first, and she's got the new bad girl with her. And the producers give Natalie a rundown of everything that's been going on. The fight between Rollie, the fight between Anne. Anne's been fighting with everybody in the house. So Natalie's got like, okay, cool. We got some new blood. Let's bring her in. Also, did y'all notice who is the producer with the blurred face? I don't know if he's a producer or if he's a coordinator or what, but there's a guy always with the production team. Now, his face is blurred, but he has no problem getting up in the camera and talking. He's always talking, but his face is blurred. What are you trying to blur? Like, you obviously want to be seen, or you wouldn't even be out there. I don't know. So Natalie brings in Scottie, which is a new bad girl. She says she feels like somebody needed to replace Christina, because if y'all remember, Christina was originally supposed to be a part of season 2, but she says that Natalie says she left or she didn't show up, or I forgot what her excuse was. But no Christina for season 2, so they decided to bring somebody else in. They bring this girl Scottie in. So I don't know who Scottie is or where she came from, or was she even on another show? That's what I want to know, because, and this is no shade, but most of these girls besides Anne were on a show. We got Bad Girls Club girls, we got One More Chance girls, and we got Blueface girl clubs and girls. Who is Scottie? Someone inform us in the comments below if you know who Scottie is. Y'all always keeping me up to date with some of this shit, because I don't know. I can't watch it all. I don't watch it all. So that's why I rely on y'all to help me out with who these people are. Now, Scottie, bless her heart, she rubbed me the wrong way, because she comes in and Natalie's like, "This is Scottie. She's from the South. She runs the South." Scottie's like, "I'm from the South. Yup. I'm from the South. Yup. I run the South." And I'm just like, everything Rock was doing, I'm Rock. I was Rock in that moment. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, what? Who? Huh? First of all, wait a minute. We just went to Atlanta. Man, we in Charlotte. We done have 15-something fights. This girl showing up saying she running shit. No, baby. This show is called Baddies South, and you claiming you run the South? So are you trying to say you running us? You running the show? No. No. And I was dead, because new girl is like, "We ain't fighting. We here to make money." And Krishan is like, "I don't need you for money." Like, what? Homegirl, I don't need you for shit. I'm like, tell her. Please tell her, because Scottie probably don't know. She walked into this shit. She probably think Rock's some sweet little girl. She fuck with the right ones. But I was so on Rock's side, because this is not the way you introduce yourself. And that's what Krishan told her. Like, what? Like, "Hi, how are you? My name is..." You don't come in here talking about you run shit. A first impression is everything. And I feel like Scottie's first impression was not that great. And for one, you're too conceited. She was talking about how she was just like, I get it. A lot of these bad girls have confidence. They're cocky. I get it. But baby girl, you come up in there looking like straight up out the swap meet, okay? Like, for somebody who's going to be on national television for the first time, you're meeting all these new girls. You could have put you on a cute little cocktail dress, went and bought a new weave for this, not kept the same one you've had in for 3 months. I mean, shit. Shawty looked busted. I can't. A lot of my quoted moments written down are from Krayshawn and Rollie. But Rock said, Shorty, can you just come in a little humble before I slap you the way you came in here? Bitch, I don't give a fuck whose city this is. Love it. Love it. But I agree. First impressions are everything. I can't say it enough. So that was pretty much the end of the episode. They bring Scottie into the group. The girls are a little shocked. Rollie's reaction was everything. That's exactly my reaction to Rollie. But I like it. I like the new blood. I think it's going to spice things up a little bit. We're going to see what Scottie can bring to the equation, to the group. You know, we're still just getting started out. We're in Charlotte. We just left Atlanta. The girls are probably going to head to Nashville after this. So I think Scottie might bring some new drama to the group. And I think new alliances may form. Based off of the teaser for next episode, it seems like Scottie's trying to warm up to Anne because she knows that Anne is the outcast, that none of the girls really fuck with Anne. So Scottie coming in as the new girl is thinking, okay, let me pair up with Anne. At least that's the way I see it from the teaser. I don't know if that's the way it will play out. However, we will see what happens. I do think it may backfire on Miss Scottie because Anne ain't your friend and she gonna turn on your ass the minute she can. But we'll see. What did you think about this week's episode? How do you feel about new baddie Scottie joining the tour bus, girls? Comment below and let me know. What did you feel about the fight with Rollie and Anne? Whose side are you on? Put in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion as well. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.